dividing fractions. Dividing fractions is actually really similar to multiplying. So let's have a look. Let's go 1/8 divided by a half. So the process is we keep the first fraction exactly the same, but we flip the second fraction. So instead of 1/2, it becomes 2/1. And then we change the division sign to a multiplication sign. And we do it just like multiplication now, where we times our numerators together, 1 times 2, over our denominators times together, 8 times 1, and that's going to give us 2/8. But we've got to be careful because we can simplify that fraction because they're both divisible by 2. And 2 divided by 2 is 1, 8 divided by 2 is 4, and we get our final answer of 1/4. Let's look at another one. 3 divided by 2/7. Well, this is a bit strange because we have a whole number divided by a fraction. What do we do here? Well, if you ever have a whole number, a really good trick is to just put it over 1. Because putting it over 1 is just like dividing it by 1, which doesn't change its value. And now we can do what we just learned. We're going to keep our first fraction the same. We're going to flip our second fraction, which is actually called finding the reciprocal. And then we change our division sign to a times sign and do it just like normal multiplication. Numerator times numerator over denominator times denominator. 3 times 7 is 21. 2 times 1 is 2. And we get our final answer of 21/2 because it can't be simplified. Let's have a look at one more example. 3 8/9 divided by 2 1/7. So here we've got mixed numerals, and what you want to do if you have a mixed numeral is change it to an improper fraction first. So we get our whole number, multiply it by the denominator, then we're going to add it to our numerator. So 3 times 9 is 27, plus 8 gives us 35, and we keep our denominator the same. We're dividing it by, and we're going to change our next one to an improper fraction. So we're going to times the whole number by the denominator, then we're going to add it to the numerator. So 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15, and we keep the denominator the same. So now we've successfully changed our mixed numerals into improper fractions, and now we can do the method we've just learned for division of two fractions, where we keep the first fraction the same, we flip the second fraction, so 15/7 becomes 7/15, and we change the division sign to a multiplication sign. And then it becomes numerator times numerator over denominator times denominator. We can simplify this fraction before we actually multiply, because 35 is divisible by 5 and 15 is divisible by 5. 35 divided by 5 gives us 7, so we have 7 times 7 over 9 times 15 divided by 5 gives us 3. This just makes it a little easier to multiply now instead of using those big numbers. And we can only do this when multiplication's involved, remember. So 7 times 7 is 49, 9 times 3 is 27, and that's our final answer, because that fraction can't be simplified as there's no common factors for 49 and 27.